Good afternoon, friends. Stephen Ben-Nun here with Israeli News Live on our Patreon channel. And there's a couple of videos I'm wanting to share with you here the next day or so. Tonight, though, I want to talk to you about the meteorite shower this coming summer. Now, if you look up online, we do have the Perseids Meteorite Shower 2023 happens August 12th through the 13th there. And this is one of the biggest ones of the summer that takes place. We also have from July 17th through August 24th, where we see these things here that are mentioned. And I don't know for sure if this is the one that I've been told about, but from inside information that I'm getting, that the meteorite shower this summer that's supposed to happen is supposed to be very, very intensive. And I'm not quite sure whether or not that is because of the different things that are coming from the sun, the energy forces that are coming from the sun that is weakening our magnetosphere, which the magnetosphere is what really keeps a lot of rocks from coming in to our own atmosphere. But this time around, when we were discussing these things, I was told that this summer there would be a meteorite storm, and it's going to create a lot of havoc here on the earth, and there is anticipated injuries that are going to be happening as a result of that. Well, that kind of caught my attention, and the reason why I did is because I get this through intel, but oddly enough, a very good friend of mine that I know here in Tennessee, he is a first responder, and he told me that in the first responder courses, or not courses, but the updates they get every month, that they're always letting them know what types of issues that they're going to be facing, how to prepare, what to be better ready for first responder type things, whether, sicknesses or storms that might be coming in, things like that, basically how to have their emergency supplies ready to go for those types of events. And he said to me, in the last 10 years that he has done this, the first time ever, this time they got a message in their package there saying that they needed to be prepared for space-related injuries. Yeah, you heard that right, space-related injuries. And so he told me, he said, Steve, I've heard you talk about meteorites, asteroids, and things like that. He said, but I would have never believed that I would have gotten in my first responder updates monthly that they would actually say something like that we got to be prepared for space-related injuries. So that prompted me to check with the intel community to find out what is it of space-related that we might be facing. So I was told about this summer that we're going to have a meteorite storm, and it wasn't so much that the meteorites would cause the injuries here on the Earth because they're small meteorites, but what we're anticipating this time around from this meteorite storm is going to be a lot of damage to our satellite systems. And we have literally, there are thousands of satellites that are up in orbit around the Earth. And not just the satellites, but we've got a lot of space junk up there as well. And this space storm is supposed to be, our meteorite storm is supposed to be so intensive, mainly up in that part of the atmosphere where these different satellites and things are at, that we're anticipating a lot of damage and a lot of falling debris back to Earth. And as a result, there is some anticipation that there's going to be Earth-related injuries as a result. Let's face it, falling debris coming from, satellites and things like that can definitely cause some havoc here on the Earth. And then, of course, I've been hearing too, Mike is also saying, to the people that there is an incoming asteroid. Now, he indicates, from the way I've heard from the information I've been able to gather, that he believes it's going to be this year, an asteroid that could hit somewhere off the coast of, I don't know if he says Puerto Rico or not. I do know that we are anticipating an asteroid to hit off the coast of Puerto Rico. I actually reported this about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. The only difference is the reason why it has not happened yet. I always thought we moved it off course, and that's the reason it is not. But I've been told that the reason it's not hit as of yet is because it's not based on the time frame of when it would get here, but rather what they're looking at is that this asteroid comes in as a result of the weakening of the magnetosphere. So when the right conditions are favorable enough, this asteroid that's been up there for decades and decades now becomes more probable of entering into the atmosphere and hitting the Earth. That's what the real issue is. And so many people that like to put out there, oh, we're not going to have these big ones hit because of the magnetosphere. They're right. But when the magnetosphere is hit by so many energy waves from the sun that are totally unprecedented, it causes a window to open up or a hole to open up, which makes that probability greater. Now, from what, like I said, Mike is seeming to indicate that it's going to be this year. From the intel that I am getting, 2028, 2029 is actually the time frame that we're anticipating for this particular situation to happen. So I just wanted to be able to update you on that. And there again, I don't really know. Could it be this year? I don't know. I do know, though, that particular asteroid, though, is large enough, not a planet killer, but I have been told, and I was told this a year and a half ago as well, that it would cause devastation to Florida, going up the coastline all the way to North Carolina. Those people that live in the mountain areas, though, would be safe. So anyway, just wanted to share those things with you there. Stephen Ben-Nun here with Israeli News Live. Going to be doing another broadcast, so we're going to do a little different issue. We're going to be talking about Intel and moving inland. Why is Intel executives moving their families away from the shorelines? I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're watching Israeli News Live.